how to replace the front engine mount or the T-mount on a W123 Mercedes-Benz. The T-mount looks kind of like this. All this is made out of rubber except for this one metal hanger. So let me show you where this is and how to replace it. Let's get into it. So under the vehicle, we are on the side with the AC compressor right now. We can come over here. There's our steering box. And we will follow this intercross member until we find the middle. This is the oil pan right here. Lower oil pan, upper oil pan is right here. It is actually mounted to the upper oil pan, and to take it out, it's going to come out as one big assembly, and then you're going to replace the bushing or mount in the middle, and it is sandwiched in between two different brackets. So first, we need to take off the two bolts on either side of this. One is right here, and one is on the other, mirroring the other side. If you want to take out this big bolt in the middle, which if you follow it to the back, you'll find it, and it is also covered by this little metal shim to make sure it doesn't come undone. So you should move that shim. It just kind of swivels out of the way, and you just need to loosen and take this bolt out. I'm going to take these two top bolts out first, because that way I give a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to taking out this one. So let me go ahead and get that out. Okay, so I finally got the whole assembly up. This actually fell off because it doesn't really exist anymore. Underneath, I did have to remove the tire rod, the center one, just on one side, just to drop it so I could get a socket back there. It was very, very tight, so I had to do that in order to get it out. But other than just taking that off, nothing special. That is a 17 millimeter, and the bolt on the back is a 19 millimeter, and the two bolts up here are 13 millimeters. So now let's go ahead and disassemble this. Okay, so here's our new part. There's the part number. This is our old one. I would say let's compare our parts, but I can't really compare them because that one doesn't really exist anymore. It's pretty easy to put back together because it mounts like this. So if you just remember, the bigger one went on the top, kind of like that, and then the smaller one mounted on the bottom. So you bolt it together, kind of like this. So I'm going to go ahead and bolt this together, and actually it looks like after that, and then we'll put it back in the car and reverse the process of putting it in. Okay, so here's what it looks like together. As you can see, it just kind of sits in there. It's not attached by anything but those 2 points. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosely bolt up these two into the car, and then add our bracket, which is right here. I cleaned it up as well. It just sets right here, and the bolt threads from the back into it, the one that's in the cross member. That was big, it bolts in right there. Okay, with everything loosely secure, we have these two bolts in. By the way, make sure again that these are tight because they're kind of hard to get to. And then we loosely threaded in this one because we're going to tighten in these all the way first and then tighten this one, as they are all adjustable to each other. So let's go ahead and tighten these, and then we'll tighten that one. I'm just getting them as tight as I can get them by hand, as they were very tight when I started. Alright, so now that we have our T-mount in and tight, we can go ahead and put our tire rod back on, and make sure we put our cap back on the back of that bolt. It just slips right over it. But with all that being said, new T-mount in. I hope this helps, and I'll see you guys next time.